how long will it take you to start seeing progress with your vertical jump? And then how many inches can you expect to gain every single month? I'm gonna explain that to you in this video.
Young visionary and I don't know where I am. I'm running blindfolded like I ain't got a plan. You either steady living life or you afraid to die. But if you don't take that leap, how you know that you can't fly? So I'm just...
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, click the bell so that you never miss another video, and jump down below in the comment section if you want a free bodyweight vertical jump training program. Today's question is from Cristino Ventanilla Jr., who says, how many months/years to increase my vertical jump? So in this video, I'm going to talk about how long will it take for you to see results when you are just starting out trying to increase your vertical, and then how many inches can you expect to gain per month, and et cetera, et cetera. So you can expect to see results within 1 to 2 months of consistent training. You can't just train for a week and then expect to see crazy results. It's the same thing with most other types of training. You can't just go bench press and be like, oh, now I can bench press more. You can't bench press 225 pounds and be like, great, I bench press 225, now let me bench press 275. You need to allow your body to adapt and recover and grow bigger, faster, stronger, more explosive for you to see those gains in your next session. And for vertical jump, it's going to be a couple weeks behind. You don't just train and then after your workout say, oh, I can jump higher now. No, your body has to adapt and recover and grow from that training session and from all of your other training sessions for you to see results. So 1 to 2 months, you can really start to see noticeable results in your vertical jump. So how many inches can you gain every single month? I would say a good number is 1 inch per month. You can expect to gain 1 inch per month. Now, as you get to a higher vertical jump in the 30s and the 40s, it's going to be slower. Once you get a higher vertical jump, it is harder to keep adding inches. If you're on the lower end of the vertical jump spectrum in the teens or even the early 20s, sometimes even the late 20s, it's going to be easier for you to increase your vertical than if you're in the 30s or the 40s. You have a lot more room to grow. You can go from a 15-inch vertical jump to a 35-inch vertical jump. For you to go to that's 20 inches right there. If you go from a 40-inch to a 60-inch, most likely not going to happen. Once you're at the higher end, it is slower progress. But in the beginning, you can gain more than 1 inch a month. But then on average, it's 1 inch a month as you grow and go through your training if you have the right strategy. So what I would do if I were you is I would aim to gain more than 1 inch a month. That should be your goal. If 1 inch a month is average, then I should want to train consistently and train smart so that I gain more than 1 inch per month, especially if I'm on the lower end in the teens and in the 20s. So there you have it. Try to gain 1 inch per month, but 1 inch per month is normal. And to see results in the first place, it's going to take 1 to 2 months of consistent training before you actually see any results. What you're going to do first is box squat, and you're going to have 6 sets of box squat. The first is 30% of your 1 rep max for 10 reps. Second set is 47% of your 1 rep max for 8 reps. Sets 3, 4, and 5 are 60% of your 1 rep max for 5 reps. And then set 6 is 47% for 12 reps. Now, in the first workout of this program, you should have taken your 1 rep max, you should have calculated that, and the way that you find the percentage of the weight that you're supposed to use for these is by taking your 1 rep max. For myself, it is 365 pounds. So the most that I can box squat is 365 pounds for 1 rep. So what I'm going to do is for set number 1, I'm going to type into my phone, into the calculator, 365 times 0.3 for 30%, and I'm going to do whatever that number is. That is the weight that I use for 10 reps, and that's set 1. Then for set 2, I would type 365 times 0.47 for 47%. I would do that number for 8 reps, okay, and so on. Now, for the box that you want to use, make sure your box is 12 inches to 24 inches, and 18 inches is the magic number. Now, I always get the question, do I have to do box squats? You do not have to do box squats, but make sure that you do your squats, whether they are box squats or normal back squats, in this order. Down slow, for 3 seconds, eccentric portion, down 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Touch your butt on the box and then explode up as fast as you can. So for the first set, you got 10 reps going slow and controlled, pause, explode up. Slow and controlled, pause, explode up. Okay, that is how you should do the squats, whether they are box squats or regular back squats. That is how you should perform these squats to best maximize your vertical jump, to get you strong and fast, therefore getting you more powerful, therefore forcing your vertical jump to increase. Okay? So that is the box squat. Next, we have band squats, superset with band good mornings. And once again, as I say in every single video, everything is linked down below in the description for you. So if you don't have a foam roller, if you don't have resistance bands, if you don't have a mini band, you can get them by going to the link in the description, clicking that link, it'll take you to Amazon, and you can get the same exact foam roller and bands and mini bands that I personally use for all of my workouts. Okay, so band squats, superset with band good mornings. What you're going to do is put the band down under your feet, up over your head and onto your traps. You're going to do band squats for 15 reps as fast as you possibly can, okay? These are as fast and explosive as you can because we are working on the speed, the explosiveness, building that rate of force development, therefore increasing our vertical jump. Immediately after you do 15 band squats, immediately you're going to do 10 band good mornings, also as fast as you possibly can. Then you rest for about 1 to 2 minutes, then you repeat that for 2 sets. For our rest periods, 1 to 2 minutes is what you should be resting for each of these exercises. If you rest any longer than that, your workout's gonna take a long time, and what you wanna do is get in, hit it hard, and then get out. Okay, so box squats, slow down, pause, explode. Band squats and band good mornings, as explosive as possible. Okay, then we have lateral step-ups. These are in the family of dynamic step-ups, in the family of explosive step-ups. But for these, you're going to turn to the side. You're going to step up laterally, and you have 3 sets of 8 reps each leg. If I were you, if you have never done these before, you should use body weight because, as I say in almost every video, your knees, the tendons in your knees, the way to get jumper's knee and patellar tendonitis is to progressive overload too quickly. Using too much weight too fast will hurt your knees in the long run because your muscles may be strong enough to do this weight, but your tendons can only catch up about 3 to 4 weeks after your muscles have done that load. So to make it simple, it takes about 3 to 4 times longer for your tendons to adapt to a stimulus than it does for your muscles. So your muscles might be getting stronger and stronger and stronger, but your tendons may be lagging behind. And if you're starting off with 40-pound dumbbells for these, and you've never done them before, then you go hit it again with 50-pound dumbbells, then you go hit it again with 60-pound dumbbells, your tendons are gonna be screaming, and that is how you eventually get overtraining, patellar tendonitis, and jumper's knee. So make sure to progressive overload very slowly. Use body weight if you need to, then use 5 pounds the next time, then use 10 pounds the next time, then use 10 pounds again, then use 15 pounds, okay? So go up very slowly and you will be fine. Okay, for those, you're going to do those with good form, as explosive as you can, but make sure you are using all of the muscles of the leg that is working without assistance from the other leg. Moving on, we have 1 leg Romanian deadlifts. For these, you're going to be going slow and controlled, focusing on your hamstrings on the way down, and then focusing on your glute, whichever leg you're standing on, focus on that butt cheek, that glute, to bring you back up. So focus on your hamstrings on the way down, slow and controlled. Focus on your glutes on the way back up, slow and controlled. And for those, if you want to hold a dumbbell in the opposite hand, you can. If you want to hold 2 dumbbells, you can. But make sure that you progressive overload slowly. And listen, for your tendons, adapting 3 to 4 times slower than your muscles, that is mainly for muscles that use the quads. So for your glutes and your hamstrings, you can progressive overload more quickly than you can with exercises for the quads and for knee extension, because that's what gets overloaded quicker. The hamstrings and the glutes, you can pretty much overload. If your muscles can do it, your tendons will be okay. You're gonna do that for 3 sets of 8 reps each leg, about 60 seconds rest in between. Then you're gonna move on, you're gonna do monster walks, half moon walks and lateral shuffles. For the monster walks, you have 3 sets of 10 steps forward and then backward. Half moons, you have 3 sets of 10 steps forward and backwards. And then lateral shuffles, you have 3 sets of 10 steps each direction. So the mini band that I use is linked down below in the description, or you can get your own mini band, or you can get your resistance band folded in half and put it around your legs. The main things for these is that you go slow and controlled, focusing on your glute medius on the side of your butt. Make sure that for the monster walks, you don't just do steps forward, 1, 2, 3, 4. You do 1 step forward and then you meet it with your other foot. Another step forward, meet it with your other foot. So that way you'll be getting more strength and more use out of your glutes for that exercise. For the half moon walks, the technique is kind of tough to get, but if you just remind yourself to start with your feet spread apart, sweep in and end apart. So start apart, sweep in, end apart, sweep in, end apart, sweep in, end apart. That is how you do the half moon walks. Okay, and then lateral shuffles, those are pretty much everybody can get those. Lateral shuffles, 10 steps one direction and 10 steps the other direction. The last exercise that we have are reverse hyperextensions. We have 2 sets of 20 reps. For this, you're going to get in a hyperextension machine the opposite direction with your legs sticking out. You're going to swing your legs up in the air, focusing on your lower back. For these, I would go slow and controlled. Once you have the form, then you can start going faster on the way up and slower as you lower your legs down. So slow and controlled as you lower your legs down and fast on the way up, if you have good form. Okay, if you have a weak lower back, I would go slow and controlled on all of the reps. But all right, guys, good luck with this. Give it everything you have, and I will see you guys in the next video.